Jr., PhD. Bureau of Information Technology Executive Director Rupert Ross. Virgin Islands Next Generation Network Chief Information Officer Darrell Wade. Co-host and Vice President of the Gryselda Lois Foundation Anthony Hill Jr. Distinguished guests, including the EDA team, graduates, community partners, and everyone assembled here today. It is with my sincere honor to welcome you to this inaugural Tech Thyme, and that's time Thyme, and that's purposely spelled that way because we're putting technology along with agriculture, graduation ceremony, a milestone that represents a bold step forward in our journey toward technological innovation and economic diversification within the U.S. Virgin Islands. Ghost.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming, Honorable Governor Brian, Lieutenant Governor Trinja. Not used to this, so please forgive me. Protocol established. There we go. Now I relax now. But seriously, thank you, Department of the EDA, Ms. Nadine Machina-Keen, for working with me for the past over a year now in putting all this together. I myself have been in technology for over 20 years now, in a number of areas. Right now I focus on data engineering, software development, and with Nadine bringing attention to the need for a number of different communities in the Virgin Islands that could benefit from technology, and us as a community being comfortable and familiar with it to be able to build on careers. It was an opportunity for me to help with the EDA on bringing this to a vision. And in partnership, like we talk about, the Gryselda Lois Foundation, which established just to do this. So tonight, what we're going to present is a graduation of the members that went through this class. It was an 8-week program where we went through everything from using machine learning and artificial intelligence to do customer research. We did product development, we did project planning, we did visual design, we did marketing, we did automation. We did a lot of stuff in that short period of time. So what these students are going to demonstrate is some of the work that they were able to accomplish in that short period of time, and to showcase what they intend on going forward with. So one of the key people I want to introduce is Antonio Rosario. Antonio is an individual that I joined up with a couple months ago, and in a very short period of time was able to go from someone not knowing about software development to being a prominent instructor for this class and teaching people exactly how to go from an idea to an actual technological solution for a particular problem. So he's going to come up and initiate the competition, and then work with the students to present what they have built during that time. So, Antonio. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Antonio. And I'm just going to go ahead and introduce our project. Through the lessons that we went through the summer program, went through a couple concepts such as the Agile Manifesto and practices such as project management, project planning. And I guess upon that, we're trying to build a competition to where all of our attendees could go ahead and execute what they practiced. The fun thing about this too as well is that this subject matter that they picked, they wanted to help create a product that can deal with the agriculture community here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And upon that competition, we got some pretty good out there ideas. And I think for the short span of time and how inexperienced we're all at the start, we got some pretty solid work. So I'm excited to show you guys. And I guess we will start with Nadine's group, schedule time.
Let's start with Cultivate VI.
Okay, we'll go ahead and start with Cultivate VI. Yay.
You need to switch the laptop, so unplug that. Go ahead and plug this in. Perfect.
To strengthen the Virgin Islands food economy by making it easier for local farmers and local businesses to connect. In the Virgin Islands, many farmers face challenges when it comes to selling their produce directly. At the same time, chefs, restaurants, and bakers often struggle to find consistent access to fresh, locally grown ingredients. This gap in communication and visibility creates a problem for both sides, leaving valuable crops underutilized and businesses relying on costly imports.
Cultivate VI offers a solution by serving as a digital marketplace designed specifically for our community, St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, even Water Island. The platform allows farmers to showcase their available produce in real time while giving businesses an easy way to search, request, and order exactly what they need and what they want. With features such as product listings, alerts for new harvests, and a simple ordering system, the platform makes it easier than ever to practice farm to table right here at our home.
Show off the website that we created.
Talk about what you're doing.
Okay, so I'm just going to show off the site that we've created, that both of these ladies have created. So we already showed you our landing page. We have our hero section here. We have our information already listed out for you with our footer section, some little technical stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Browse the Marketplace. You already have some supplies listed out for you with product filters already for produce, fruits, herbs, root vegetables, or all. It's already built and set up to where you can add stuff to cart, and it's already going to save it for you. You can also view product details as well. Also, you can add to the cart from here. So it's already fully functional. We have a fully functional cart tab as well. You can proceed to checkout. Put your payment in over here and your little address and everything. Still working out the method of getting the produce if we're going to pick up or deliver. I've never seen delivery on St. Thomas to that extent, so we're not there yet. I'm going to plan that out. We also have a farm page to where the farmers can also upload their profiles, where they can upload their credentials as well. We have some mock information here as well too. We're dreaming big. Let me go ahead and click on a farmer profile for you. So this is the farmer's profile, all the credentials, certifications. You have your numbers, locations, and all that information as well. And we have a simple about page here where you can find out about our mission. And we also built in a help page where you can get pretty much the most frequently asked questions already. So we already thought out all these features. They're open for updates, but we have seasons, seasonal guide, contact support, farming articles as well. Boom, right there. And yeah, very proud of what we've accomplished so far.
We did that. The benefits extend to everyone involved. Farmers gain more exposure, better prices, and consistent buyers. Businesses gain access to fresher ingredients and stronger connections with the growers in their community. And for the Virgin Islands as a whole, the result is a more sustainable local economy, a reduced reliance on imports, and fresher, healthier food on our tables.
CultivateVI.com is more than just a website. It is a step toward cultivating resilience and self-sufficiency in our islands. Farmers and businesses are invited to join the movement today. Together we can build stronger connections, support local growth, and truly cultivate the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Do you guys have any questions for us while we are still here? Go ahead. Individuals?
We can work on that.
We would like you to know that we're dreaming big right now. We also still need to go over the finer details. It'd be nice when people come to us and we could flesh out more of our project planning and our finer details. So we're really open to that. Keep us in mind, okay? Okay. Any other questions? No.
I do want to add one thing. What they didn't really mention was this came from a problem of people obviously wanting fresh food, fresh produce. And there's a number of farmers in the Virgin Islands that, they produce things and maybe they don't have a market. Maybe they don't go to the market every day, right? So this is more creating that online market where any individual could go and order, whether it is thyme or bananas or, whatever it is from the individual farmers. And then eventually they could pick it up or it would be delivered to those people. If you think of restaurants, they could see a big benefit from this too. So that's the main pain point that they have been working on. And it's still a work in progress, but that's what it is.
So in terms of the AI application, in terms of the AI, good project by the way, thank you. Recommendation, you could probably partner with Boomerang Eats for the delivery. That's another startup. But did you use AI to create all of these websites? How does that work? I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so a big part of this class was showing people, they're not web developers, right? But they were able to go in using AI and do the research, do the project planning, and even create the markup with code, right, that they never wrote. And then we took that and just did the deployment part, because that was a little bit more advanced for what we did in a short period of time.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
I'd like to say this. When I learned about the program, when I heard about the program, first of all, I didn't know anything about AI. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know it was an A and an I. I was spelling it all kind of ways. But a lot of times, like when I had problems doing anything on my computer, and I would ask my daughter, or even my grandson who's 6, he'll be like, really, Granny, really? Like I'm supposed to know these things. So when I heard about the class, the Tech Thyme, and I was like, ask Nadine, I probably will be the second person to register because I wanted to learn. I wanted to be able to help myself. And I learned a lot in this class. I didn't know anything. You see, we're building websites. Look out for the app. Soon we're gonna have an app, okay?
Awesome.
Thank you very much. One more question. Go ahead, sir.
Congratulations. I think that's an awesome site, an awesome concept. Have you guys been thinking about how to expand it or thinking bigger, what you're going to do next?
Well, yes, this is just the beginning, and we just present to you the beginning, what we are starting up with, and eventually we're going to take it like that. So we are like that.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Class for Cultivate VI. There you go.
So Tregenza want to know where we could get eggs for $4.25. We need about 20 dozen.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to introduce my concept, my team's concept. Our team's name is Neuroculture. It was formed and birthed within the AI program, which we very proudly participate in. Before I begin, I really want to say thank you to the EDA for presenting this platform to the community, as well as these two young men that have supported us along the way. We asked tough questions, immature questions, correct, what is AI questions, but they were all very patient with us throughout the program, so I want to start and say thank you. Protocol has already been established, and now I would like to introduce to you my platform, which is called Kitchen Thyme. The problem, I heard someone ask and kind of peeped into the area that I'm going to discuss, and that area is our local individuals. Local vendors operate out of non-regulated kitchen space to create their product. Potential entrepreneurs have limited exposure to e-commerce platforms, digital payment systems, and shared kitchen spaces. Seniors in our community often lack access to fresh, nutritious, locally prepared meals. The limited use of technological advancements in food and agriculture is restricting the potential of the local food industries. Our solution is Kitchen Thyme. Our team's proposal is to bridge the gap between culture and technology by introducing Kitchen Thyme. Kitchen Thyme is a community-first e-commerce platform where our mission is to embody local food vendors and kitchen operators in the Virgin Islands by providing smart, accessible e-commerce platforms for selling local products, digital payments, community engagement, bridging tradition with technology to support sustainable food practices. Our vision, to become the leading digital hub for food entrepreneurs in the US Virgin Islands, where e-commerce, shared kitchens, and agricultural events connect communities, elevate local businesses, and promote a culture of innovation and wellness. Our solution is our web-based platform where local vendors can sell their products online, securely, professionally, and with pride. This platform can be as simple as ordering breakfast daily from your favorite food van, a birthday cake, or a secure weekly meal plan made with your favorite local dishes for the seniors under your care. We also plan to support meal prep services for seniors, ensuring they receive culturally relevant, nutritious meals by local hands. We have not just built a website, we are building infrastructure for food entrepreneurs and wellness in the US Virgin Islands. Let's view our product.
All right, so this is a prototype for Kitchen Thyme. So you have two options, if you're hungry or you're a chef. Yep. In the case of being a chef, you would go to the Chef Hub, and you will see the available kitchens that are in the territory. If you see a kitchen that's available, or if there's a location that has multiple kitchens, you will choose from that location, and you will reserve that kitchen. So you will put in the information, put in your date, your time, the purpose of your reservation, what you're doing, and then you will go ahead and reserve that, right? Once that's resolved, it will have the reservation, and you're able to visit the kitchen and cook the stuff that you cook. Once you do that, and you're finished cooking it, and it's prepared and it's ready to go, what's going to happen is it'll automatically show up on the marketplace. So now customers that are hungry, they will go to the marketplace, and the items you cook, whether it's gourmet lasagna or sourdough bread or whatever the case is, Johnny cake, you'll be able to go ahead and add these things to your cart. You're able to a little feedback. You'll be able to add these things to the cart, and then once you purchase them, you'll either be able to pick up. Hello, 1, 2. Can you hear me? All right. So yeah, once you make that purchase will be able to either be, again, delivered or picked up by the customer. And that is Kitchen Thyme. That's the flow.
Thank you, Anthony. So the question popped up earlier, how did we use AI for this process? Artificial intelligence helps us solve problems faster, smarter, more efficiently, especially when we're just starting out. As beginners, AI gave us the ability to plan, design, build a working prototype without needing deep technical skills, allowing us to focus on our ideas and community impact. We use Cloud AI to write structured user stories, plan a 4-week development roadmap, generate database schemes, discover modern web design trends, and create mock UI flows. AI encourages collaboration, business partnering, and eliminates the misinformation surrounding human involvement. AI needs us, the human being behind the platform. We're the brains behind the operation. So where are we going? What are we doing next? So what you're viewing today is our minimum value product. We were able to create a product that is clickable. Eventually, our platform will allow our vendors as well as our customers to log in. Product listing, thank you. Our platform will allow our vendors and our customers to log into the platform, register, list their products, as well as receive payments. Where we're going, our next step is to beta test the site, e-commerce flows, payments, as well as public beta. Internal testing with vendors are underway. Our immediate plans involve launching public beta with 3 to 5 vendors within our community, begin collecting real-world feedback, and prepare for kitchen scheduling and event features. Our future expansion, which I think is amazing because, again, our current state was birthed within this program, and our future expansion will still continue to support this program because Kitchen Thyme future vision is to partner with Cultivate VI as well as Schedule Time as we grow this business venture. To support the EDA's introduction of the shared kitchen model, which is a clean kitchen protocol that will be introduced to our community to help vendors access licensed kitchen spaces that meet health standards. Another step in our expansion involves community engagement. We want to promote food and agriculture-related events, workshops, pop-ups, farm-to-table experiences, as well as learning. And the final product, when we've made it big, is to also introduce a star rating system where our vendors can be rated by their customers, and it also it gives the community assurance that they're subscribing to a product that will give them a great taste, right? We want to support our palates. I'm Ronaldin Ralph Julian. I'm a mother, a business owner, and someone deeply rooted in the US Virgin Islands. Kitchen Thyme is my way of giving back, of creating something that uplifts our vendors, honors our elders, and preserves our culture. This isn't just a tech solution, it's a hard-led mission to build a better future for our islands. Introducing this platform will introduce possibilities for local vendors and entrepreneurs. We do not want to lose our culture, we want to maintain our culture while embracing technological and growth within the US Virgin Islands. Thank you all.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes.
I see prices. I'm a business owner. 1 second. I'm tired. I'm going to ask how about prices. I'm an idiot one member for the record. Are you going to have courses to develop pricing structures, marketing to go along with the AI? Because ultimately the bottom line is delivering a good product for a price that the public will pay. So what are the plans around that area?
So our defined bottom line is that this is accepted within our community and it supports everyone. So that's the definitive success of our product. In order to support that, we have to introduce learning within our community. It's a brand new platform. If I'm telling the local tart lady or the local Talman stew person, hey, come sign up for this website, they're going to be like Miss Carolyn who runs to their grandchild and sign up for the website. We don't want the 6-year-olds leading the charge, but we want to present an opportunity to support them as they go along this business venture. What I see the future of it being is you can still have a food van, you can still participate in your business, your existing business platform, but adding the digital aspect will just expand your market. I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. It's a really great idea. I just want to add also a possible feature, possibly like a community area where you're able to archive recipes. So individuals might say, listen, I have this idea for a recipe, something that's cultural. This is the one place where everyone will be able to come and find it and even improve on it. So just a suggestion.
Thank you. That could definitely support our community engagement. Thank you. I made note of that idea.
I love this idea. Meals on Wheels. Why don't we get some funding into that? Because what I notice is the standard of those type of programs are getting outdated. They need sound kitchens, a place to prepare meals, and through possibly a grant or however that's done, I don't know, but this could be provided for each community, and maybe a collaboration might actually happen. Who knows?
I will definitely support collaboration with any existing market in our community. I don't believe in inventing the wheel. I definitely believe helping it rotate and supporting it and making it better. And we accept funding if anyone is willing to fund this business venture.
Good evening, thank you, great idea. I was just curious, so you are linking them with already existing kitchens, you're not creating that?
Okay, so we'll have a little more information about what I introduced in line with the shared kitchen space in the US Virgin Islands, but it is not existing, but it is something that's gonna be added eventually to our community.
So
I'll let my partner.
Okay, but
introduce
you are
that
the
concept.
connector.
Yes, we're the connector. We're the future.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why do you keep on plugging? I don't shut it like that. Shut the code.
All right, everybody, thank you very much for that. We have our third and final group, schedule time from Miss Nadine. Please welcome her up.
Pleasant good evening. Today is contract day. And I think that contract day, the original one, was talking about a movement forward. And we're creating a movement in how we're looking at AI and how it will affect this community. All the teams were charged in this program to create food-related AI solutions, right? But solutions to what type of problem?
Sometimes I need a larger kitchen. Where can I find a temporary space?
A larger kitchen.
How do we get other techs to collaborate together?
A collaboration space. Say that again?
How can I grow my agricultural business through tech?
and looking at growing an agricultural business, right? We think farms and farmers, but let's look at a business of agriculture and how do we build that through tech. I'd like you to meet my team member, Simley George. My name is Nadine Marchena Ken. And together we're presenting, can we hear her? She can't hear. Okay, so she can't hear me, so I'm going to continue presenting. Together we're presenting Tech Thyme. So Simley has done, and she was the team member that really worked on the market research. And she found that there was nothing in the market like what we were looking for. It really was about, and she looked and she said there's Candely, right? But it doesn't do exactly what we wanted. There are other things like Google and Outlook and all of these other things that do a little bit of each of these components, but didn't do the whole job. We started out knowing nothing. I knew nothing. Like Carolyn, I knew nothing at all about AI other than Chat GPT, right? I know that one of my coworkers used it all the time. But what did I know? I said, I'm going to take this class because I wanted to be in the first class. And so we started. Here is our website. The website really moves in a direction of providing a space for the agro and food technology and innovation centers' web presence in the world. It is meant to empower the Virgin Islands and grow businesses. Now, how did we get there? In AI, we learned about prompts. We learned about doing a plan, a project plan. We used Gemini for this particular one. We then asked Gemini to create a plan, and we wanted certain pages to be created, and we told it to do that. We asked it to also do a wireframe for my techies in the room, right? A wireframe so that we could see step by step by step where we were going. And then in order to make sure that it worked, we had to use Claude and AI and create code. I'm not a coder. These guys are coders. But we could go in and use an AI tool to code and actually create the site. Simley and I were in the same room when we finally finalized the program. And it worked. It worked. We could click, and it went to the space that we wanted to. We clicked something else, and it did. And then we handed it over to these guys, the engineers, to have it work. So let's see how it works. We wanted. I could go through with you, you know.
That's fine. So
okay.
Here we go. We have our common landing page here where we have our imagery, some of our services provided here, so we can get you a quick run-up. Very clean, sleek design. One with a corporate look for it. Then going forward, we can look at our collabs.
So we wanted to be able to have a place where you could sign up for, and I should move out this way. You can sign up to get training, like AI training, which is coming up in November, right? The next class is coming up in November. So you could sign up for a class, training. If you need that one-on-one consulting, you can go into our system and click another thing and come up with a one-to-one consulting activity. We have consultants that are ready to help you with expanding your farm or learning how to do your taxes and deal with your paperwork for our farmers and fishers, right? We have spaces, kitchens, and we will have real kitchens that are shared. So for those of you that don't have a license to do business because you need a clean kitchen, will be able to step into this kitchen space. You will have a batch number, and now you are creating food in a clean environment. So he's clicking through.
Yes, so I wanted to go through the collabs page where they have these, I believe we went with the name collaboration, right?
Yes.
So we have these listed here with the information. You can scroll through and see what's available. It'll take you to a page where you have the events detailed listed, customer reviews. You have the highlights for the said scheduled meeting. And going through the flow, you can attend through here, sign the form, complete your registration, and boom, you are there. Okay.
So it allows you to register for classes, register to get a consultant, a personal consultant. If you're a tech and you want to collaborate with another tech to build a future website, there's a space for you here at this site. The trainings can be in person, but most probably will be online and available to you anywhere.
Then scrolling through, we also have our About page to go ahead and show what we're about, describe our services. Yeah. 1 second.
It's okay. I want to finish up. Okay. All right. So unlike generic platforms like Schedule Time connects Virgin Islanders to real resources locally and remotely. We aim to fully deploy in November with our first AI class that the next AI class that we're offering. Our goal, to support 100 plus businesses a year. And once proven, we'll expand across the Caribbean and beyond, with Virgin Islands as the go-to hub for culinary, tech, and business training. We look at Schedule Time as empowering Virgin Islanders to grow their business. So visit Schedule Time, book your space, and be part of the movement. Thank you. Yes.
Any question?
Yes. In other industries, you have worked on patents, different situations to control your product. With AI, what are some of the things that you have to look out for to be able to maintain ownership of platforms or your creations?
So this was one of the discussions we've had in class, and recently we talked about it. What's important when you're in a development stage is that you get out there first. So that's a critical component, that we get out there first. If somebody else sees our idea and develops it before we get it out in the marketplace, and we've lost. Once it's out, though, we can protect certain components of it. It is about gaining the amount of people. So we need all the Virgin Islands to support us, right? Because once we are in the head and the lead in these particular areas, we will be able to be successful. There are people who will compete with us all the time, but
food is a very serious endeavor because of health, and I remember one time why aren't VI foods being put on the planes to serve lunch? And I was told that you have to have a grid on your farm so they know exactly where an item came from. They don't play with that. What are we doing to ensure that as we develop these products that we are putting infrastructure in place to protect the product but also the public and the integrity of our businesses?
So these sites were built really around food, and this training really was put on in order to start the programming for the Agro and Food Technology Center and the Agro and Food Innovation Center, right? The idea is that once we open the facility, it will be a clean location. This will be inspected by the USDA. It will have the ability for the Department of Health to come in at any time, and for licensing to be on location. Not that they're going to have an office, a permanent location there, but we will have offices available to them so that they could come in at any time. The products made in these kitchens will definitely have batch numbers to them. We'll have batch numbers to them so that this is something that is moving forward, right? The site is going to give us a capability of reaching more people, to let more people know that this is a place to be, and this will be the hub.
I am happy I'm here tonight. I just want to really commend everyone who is presented and worked so hard to present tonight, but also to extend the support of the Department of Agriculture in any way that you think we can be supportive, right?
Thank you.
And then, the platforms are all great and can help to boost farmers in their efforts. I'm thinking to myself how much more powerful it can be to support groups of farmers, because sometimes there are markets that farmers cannot access independently, but they can access collectively. So I just want to simply challenge all of the groups to think about how you can apply AI to support groups of farmers like cooperatives, okay?
We look forward to that, and we are going to invite you for any trainings that you are aware of or something like that, to please have us have it on our site so that we can encourage more people. This is a mobile site. A mobile site means that it's not only here on a computer, but you can have it on your phone, right? And so it looks pretty on the phone. You could see it, it will be set up. It's set up already. We've already programmed it and coded it to have it on your phone as well. So we're ready to go in a few. There's a couple things we need to do. We need to connect the monetary component to it for this particular site, and improve on the pictures on that site. And then we're ready to start trainings, consultants. We want to work with SBDC and bring their consultants, because, you know, people sitting in offices, nobody knows who they are or that they're available. This site gives people the ability to do this from home at 3 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, we did this just thinking through the process. Yes.
Persons who are fearful of AI, because most of the people who are in farming, agriculture, even the elders who are cooking, they don't want to be doing the AI thing. How do you intend to get to them to make it more comfortable for them to use your system, especially the e-commerce part of it?
So AI, and I understand the fear of AI. AI is a way of bringing more power in the hands of regular people. Our class is made up of people from all parts of our community, age 16, how old? 14 to 60, this class, right? The first cohort. And a lot of us were fearful of AI. But as we stepped forward, we saw that AI has its limitations. AI still needs people to do things, and AI made it easier for us to do things. For the person, the regular lay person who is not wanting to be involved in AI, they're looking at a website, right? And once they see that that website helps them make a little extra money or something like that, they will get accustomed to it. But it is about training, and we're ready to offer that training in a comfortable situation.
How do you reach to those people who are not even aware? Because like the young lady said, I didn't even know AI existed. How do you reach to the farmers who are out there doing their regular daily?
So the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, along with the Department of Agriculture, we're making a concerted effort to go out and talk to our farmers. We have some farmers in the room right now, and we continue to do that outreach to the community of farmers. Food is critically important. And so we are making that reach. And if you notice, every one of us presented a solution, food-based solution, right? And so we know, and we're going in that direction.
I know computer language with binary numbers, just a 1 and a 0. Now tell me what's the difference between that and AI, other than speed. Y'all understand? Binary numbers is a language of computers, a 1 and a 0. So how did AI come in as an artificial entity?
Still, that's a very, very long conversation to have.
Okay.
It's still ones and zeros. Nothing has changed. We're not to the quantum era yet. That's something we talk about in the class, like exactly how AI works. It works like how we learn, how humans learn from patterns and recognition, recognizing vast amount of data. You have to think about, like, we spending a training run for ChatGPT is costing well over like $150 million, and over the course of months of just constant training, but still ones and zeros, still the same. Any more questions for Ms. Machina?
Hi, good day. I love all these tools, and I look forward to seeing them prove that pineapple tart is the best.
That what is the best?
Is it scheduled time?
I didn't hear what you said. Oh, pineapple. I have to agree with Mr. Mings on this one regarding pineapple tart. But we would certainly imagine being able to order that on one of, you see how all of our projects kind of interlope. And we are looking to really work together in order to move the Virgin Islands forward in the best possible way. Any other questions? Thank you.
All right. So, a couple words, then I'm going to invite a very, 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 very important person up here to say some words. I hate the word AI. I hate it. And a lot of my colleagues hate it too. It's because it waters down the real power. And the real power is us, human beings, right? The knowledge that we have, the experience that we have, right? I can't imagine what you guys are having to deal with day to day, how much responsibility you have, and what you have to process in your mind every single day. Machine learning models, AI, are like jackhammers, really expensive jackhammers that could just do so much. And it's free for the most part, right? And it's accessible to everybody that wants to venture off and say, okay, what is this thing? What can it do for me? I don't want to touch too much on this, but there's a company in this room that I did some work for, and they were going through months, if not years, of trying to get something implemented where they're able to clear custom in different Caribbean countries. And the time it took for me to do the research, get with CARICOM, do the engineering, do the implementation was weeks compared to months, even years that you would think about doing that. Another company I work for, we did really well. We went from idea to over $100 million in valuation in a matter of months. And we had about 26 engineers. And you have these products that you're seeing right now, which is not fully ready to go to production or to be in the hands of customers, but they were created by people that didn't know anything about web development, right? Because we were able to use AI, connect it with their experience, their understanding of the vulnerabilities, their understanding of problems, and then figure out, okay, what do we need to create? And let's prototype fast. And I think you asked a question about, okay, what about, protecting your idea, right? Facebook is not patent. Instagram is not patent, right? Tesla open source a lot of their technology, right? It's not patent. But if you could move fast, and you could move decisively, and you can use AI tools to help you do that faster than the biggest company. That's why we see a lot of these startups where you have a big company, I use Airbnb as an example, right? There were companies before Airbnb that was doing this. But now Airbnb is worth more than all of the, hotel companies in the world. So, I won't come off of that because I will keep on going. But anyway, I want to give thanks to the students, give thanks to the graduates, and I also want to give thanks for Governor Bryan coming up and say some words, if you please, don't mind. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Lieutenant Governor, special guests, and our students. Well, first, I would like to thank the EDA for bringing this to life, and what an amazing job, right? I am... So AI is my best assistant, and I tell everybody I meet about AI. And when you see AI at its complicated form and you see these beautiful websites, what our producer are a little intimidating. I myself have dabbled in, okay, I want to create a website. I wonder how it is done. Does it actually create the pictures? So I pay for my AI, and I got the $20 version, and it's amazing. It's $20 a month. Now I want the $200 version because I want to see what the $200 version could do, right? You're driving a Yaris and it's like, let me get a Porsche. Let me see what it's going to do. But it revolutionizes every part of your world. And to make it closer to you, I mean, AI can do anything. One day I was filling out this long form. You ever go on the internet and then they know how old you are? They're like, are you a 57-year-old male and you want to lose 20 pounds? Me? Yeah. And then you check the box and it's like, how old are you? And you put in your weight. And I kept filling out this thing. And then I got to the end after an hour. And it's like, for only $200 a month, we can write a meal plan for you and an exercise thing. And I said, why would I pay for that? So I went to ChatGPT and I said, ChatGPT, I have a Peloton, I'm 250 pounds, 6'3", I'm 57 years old. I need a meal plan and a workout in order for me to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. Boom, the whole thing came out and I totally ignored it. So it impacts every part of your life. And if you're afraid, you can't break it. And ChatGPT, the free version, of course, is free. But and people are saying it's going to take jobs and it's going to create jobs. You see what it did just now? It's going to create jobs because one of the things that we've done, the Lieutenant Governor and I, is we've put internet everywhere for free. So we have internet on the beaches, right, VINGN? Through the work of the VINGN, we have been able to put internet on beaches, parks, every public housing community, every single place for free, 5 megabits. And the reason why is because the internet creates jobs. Just like highways created jobs, just like railroads created jobs, just like the computer created jobs. And everybody said, oh, it's going to take away jobs. It is making the world fly so much faster. All I do is think about ideas and new things. I have like 200 ideas a week. And before, they would just be locked in my head. Now I can say AI. Actually, I have you can have a project. So in my AI, you could tell it who to be. So I told my AI, you're the governor of the Virgin Islands. These are your priorities. Your name is Albert Bryan. And anything I ask you to do, you respond from the voice of the governor of the Virgin Islands. So I could tell AI, I want a piece of legislation that does this and this and this. It goes, it picks the code, it finds the appropriate parts, write the entire legislation, and boom. So now I don't have to think about what I want to be doing, or the piece of legislation, or the letter I want to write, or the plan that I want to create. I just tell AI to do it, and it does it. Then I send it to somebody and say, hey, fix this and make it work. But the basic construct of your idea is out there. So imagine if you're creative, you can constantly put out work all the time, all the time, all the time. So my staff hates AI because before it would have taken me probably 2-3 weeks to really research and write that piece of legislation. Now I do it in 4 seconds. And then they have to process that. So it's creating more work for them to do. Once that legislation is created, then that's more work for the legislature to do. That's more work for their legal team to do. That's more work for it when it comes up here. So it's going to create so much work, but a different kind of work. And I'm so pleased with this class and, of course, you two young men who taught and is teaching people to fish. Because that's what it's about. It's about connecting buyers and sellers. You know, how many of us have ever sat down and said, you know, I want, you know what? I need to eat fish and fungi tonight. But where are you going to find fresh fish? And there's a fisherman somewhere in the Virgin Islands with a cooler full of fish and saying, this fish going to go to waste because I can't find anybody to sell it to. When you go, I drive around. Everybody know I like to play golf. Carambola Golf Course is like the Garden of Eden. Kennet, mango, carambola, plum, anything you could think about is on that golf course growing. Coconut, and they're just falling off the trees and rotting. And you look around the Virgin Islands, we have food everywhere. You could tell we don't have a food problem in the Virgin Islands, okay? Herds of chickens walking in the street and stuff. Nobody frying them bad boy up. Right? Connecting people who want mangoes and people who have mangoes rotting. Instead of going to Cassilis and buying a bag of frozen mangoes, complaining about how much you pay all the way home, and your auntie got a mango tree in her yard rotting away. Seniors who have skills to provide. Now, as a senior, so you know how much people, young people nowadays, once they come off the phone and be like, I want to learn how to make Johnny cake. Right? It sounds simple, but we're losing that. Like how many young people know how to make pea soup, bullfoot soup, right? They could go on our website and learn how to make it. You could sell that skill. Say you're charging $5, teach you how to make Johnny cake, $5. You would be amazed at how many people are looking for that. Real life example. I've been wanting a jasmine tree for so long. Like every time I go on the golf course, I get a nice jasmine tree. But I always forget my clippers to make some slips so I could plant them. So I said, you know, I'm going to go on the internet and look for seeds. Seeds are like $20 a pack. I bought some jasmine and I bought some palms. I went by my friend's house. I paid $10 for 10 palm seeds. None of them ain't grew yet. But I walked to my partner's house, and underneath his palm tree, hundreds of seeds growing and rotting. People would pay for that. Something as simple as you eat an avocado, you bag up an avocado, put it in dirt, put it on the internet, avocado seeds sprouting, $10. People are looking for these. So we want you to be able to now you could figure out how to put it on the internet, how to connect all of those sellers. And ladies and gentlemen, you're collecting these things, think regional, think global, because somebody in Antigua might need a kitchen. They might be coming to the Virgin Islands, or people in Antigua might be looking to rent their kitchen out. If you think about, I thought that was such a brilliant idea what you're doing, because I look at it as schools, right? I talking too long? You got me excited. Think about a school, right? We're building brand new schools all over the Virgin Islands. Schools are empty 90% of the time. 90% of the time, no one's using the kitchen, no one's using the auditorium, no one's using the classrooms. So just as a way of broadening your horizon, giving people access to the community and allowing things to happen, think about all those classrooms that sit all summer long empty, every night empty for 16 hours a day. All those are underutilized. Think about all of the government offices, all of the different conference rooms we have that could be bartered out for the weekend for $10, $2. Think about the empty libraries, people looking for spaces to go. Turnbull Library is one of the most beautiful places in the Virgin Islands. Always empty. This complete auditorium in there, empty. Connecting people to resources. Restaurants that close for the season. Caterers that could go in there, rent a restaurant for 2 weeks. What you're doing, you're not only creating commerce, but you're making use of dead resources. Time all the time. Entertainment. Something like, I was sitting in a barbershop looking for something, cutting my hair on my phone. I happened upon a Little League game. How many people know the Little League game? Nobody does unless they're browsing on the internet. People sitting at home with the kids going, what I should do today? Take them to the Little League game. Get them a little chicken leg for, how much for it now? $10 for a chicken leg? Get them a chicken wing. That might be cheaper. The game won. But you get my point. I mean, I am, as I get older, I get so depressed that the amount of knowledge at your fingertips now is amazing. Anything you want to know how to do, anything you want to get is there. And it's on like adrenaline with AI. Because AI you could ask it to do most anything. I think the $200 one could cook fish and fungi. We're gonna see. I want 1 month, maybe a week, $50. But you get my point. Don't be intimidated. Grasp onto this new tool. Don't look at it as your enemy. Look at it as your friend. It still needs creativity, and certainly you've shown that today. Keep going, keep learning, keep prospering. Congratulations. Love y'all.
Thank you. I did not vote in the last election, but if I go back in time, no, seriously, I was on. That was really impressive. There's, especially in high positions, I think, this technology is very new. It's moving very fast. So rightfully so, there are a lot of people that don't know about it. They're going to be intimidated. They're going to be scared. They're going to say, you're taking my job, And I like what you pointed out. Like, now you're dishing out legislation left and right, like Johnny Cake, right? And now you're giving your staff, more work to do, And who knows if in the next, the next 3 years, 5 years, or the next month, whatever the case is, and now you have, Department of Labor have more jobs because of these particular actions that are happening. So a lot of times we don't really know how technology would translate into the economy and how the economy moving. I mean, half the economists don't even, that's another story. So I'm just very impressed with what you said, Governor Bryan. I really appreciate your knowledge of the technology, and I would encourage everybody, those that don't, from cooking planning, weight loss things that you're not going to use anyway, to whatever, right? To your actual job, what you're doing, automating things, a lot of stuff that we learned in the class, or even building a website to put, whatever you have out there. I think it's important to understand, what tools are out there, whether it's technology or a shovel, what tools are out there and how you could use those tools to further your own desires. So, that's all I have to say right now, Mr. Biggs. Okay, so I'm gonna let you kick that off. I gotta go in the back and get some certificates.
Okay. While he's going for the certificates, I'll just, I guess, do a little filler in the meantime. But today we came together really to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of our graduates. And I want to thank the first cohort for going through and presenting. I think all of you did an excellent job in reference to the solutions that you came up with. Part of this concept is the fact that the EDA is working on opening 2 agro and food innovation and technology centers. One will be called the Agro and Food Innovation Center, one will be called the Agro and Food Technology Center in the enterprise zone. So the enterprise zone of Savant Down Street, the old Marcelli School building, will have one of those facilities. And in addition to the clean kitchen that we've spoken a lot about tonight, there will also be services that will be available to assist farmers. There will also be a tasting room, the potential for farm to table, so you could rent space and be a chef for a week or whatever the case may be, and also some classroom and training. So we're trying to do the whole gambit. And we've been working closely with the Department of Agriculture over the years for a variety of different things. Both myself and Commissioner Peterson sit on the local Food and Farm Council. And recently, with the help of UVI, we created the Virgin Islands Agricultural Plan. And also, we started off the Farmers or the Agricultural Business Center at SBDC. So the help is available for farmers and fishers. We haven't left out the fishers in regard to that also. So we're continuing to push for food security and additional sources of food. A couple of years ago, the EDA on its own had an agronomist going out to farmers and showing them how to increase their yield. So that's something we did also in reference to trying to get farmers engaged and get them moving. The problem we found was that, in all honesty, farmers and fishers did not keep good records of yield and sales and everything else. And that's why part of the agricultural food plan, or the agricultural plan for the Virgin Islands, created the Agricultural Business Center to assist farmers and fishers with keeping records so you can get financing to expand your business. We are fully in support of agriculture, and we will continue to grow and move in that direction. If you look at the Vision 2040 plan that was created during the COVID session, and a plan that we're following in reference to moving the Virgin Islands out for the next 20 years, you will see that agriculture and agro businesses are part of that plan. So that's one of the 8 industries that we're truly supported and trying to grow here in the territory. But now we will, I guess, go ahead with the certificate portion of the program for the graduates. So, Anthony, I guess you're going to announce these graduates since you work so closely with them, and we'll have them come up and take a picture, and I'll sign the certificates while you do the announcement.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's do this. You got to click. This ain't AI. This is just a regular pen. All right. So Saeed Letang. Sorry, some of our students are not here. They're remote, so I may call some names and they are not here. So Saeed, I will accept that and deliver to it a different way. Yes. Okay. So Saeed is in college. Yes. Joy Penn. you.
Thank you. Good job, Joy. Come on, it says from behind the podium, yeah. You want LD in the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna ask the LT to come up and be in the
If
picture
you don't
too.
mind.
If you don't mind. Yeah, come back over. We just heard discussion and saying, see if we could get the LT to come into the picture and join us here.
Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, next up, Jaden Lynch.
And I understand you're the youngest member of the cohort that was here. Turn around. And as Nadine indicated, our cohort ran from age 14 to age 60, so we had a wide range of individuals and ideas. Thank you.
All right, Benicio Dawson. College. Khalidiyah Ferret.
They worked on AI, but they guys manually signing these things.
We have first, second, and third place. So, yes. All right. Oh, yes. All right. But before we do that, I want Jaden to come up. Yep, you. Mm-hmm. Don't be shy. Do you got a speech?
Yeah.
Your speech on Snapchat?
No, it's on. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Jaden Lynch, and what I think AI would do for this community is.
There you go. Sorry, I missed you. Go ahead.
What I think AI would do for this community is if they wanted to start a business, they could look onto AI such as ChatGPT or Copilot for help. It could help if they want to use it for whatever. They could possibly use it for questions, solve problems, and learn new things. But for me personally, I use AI for questions to improve my learning on AI because some things I don't know and like I want to know those things. So I think that we could start off recommending it to the community and like we could start transitioning it from like the seniors and they could start understanding it more so they could like incorporate it with their lives. And the young people, they know a little some about the AI, but we could give them more ground on the AI, and that's what I have to say.
All right, thank you for that, Jaden. All right, so how we're going to do this voting is we had 3 groups. We had schedule time, which was Ms. Nadine that presented schedule time. I said schedule time. Schedule time. Then we had Cultivate VI with Khalida Helen presented. And then we have Verolyn that did, kitchen time. So I'm going to call the name of the group out. Just clap if that's a group that you like. If you don't like them, you don't have to clap. And then we're going to go with a consensus on first place, second place, third place. All right? So I'm going to start off with... kitchen time, which was Miss Verolyn. How you feel? All right, schedule time, Miss Nadine Keene. I heard some extra woos, so okay. And then we had Cultivate a VI. Okay, I kind of having a tie right now, so let's do that again. Everybody can't clap for like the same team twice. So, kitchen time. Schedule time. And Cultivate VI. Okay. All right. So hopefully if it's fair, if it's not. All right. So we have some prizes here for the groups. Everybody is a winner here. We have total prizes, total in a value of $75,000. So yeah, we didn't play games with this. The point is we want people to use the tools that we learned in the class and then also take your projects to the next level, okay? So that's the whole point of these. So I'm gonna start with third place. Third place is going to go to, not you, Nadine, Third place is going to go to kitchen time.
All right, so each member is going to get a 3 subscription of Claude Pro. You get 50 hours of engineering services, which is total at 10,000. You get annual subscription for Canva, and then you also get your domain registration for your website. All right, second place. I hate like the cutting, you know who's gonna be first place. But anyway, second place is going to be schedule time. All right, so second place gets Claude Pro, access of same 3 months. You also get access 3-month subscription for each member to Figma, so that's gonna help you with your designs. Web dev services totaling $20,000. You also get a session with Ask Me HR. That's a HR consulting company out of Atlanta. They actually do a lot of business here. So you have a session with them. They do team building. So you have a group session with them. And then also you get access to a subscription for Notion Plus. Notion is a document and collaboration platform. And then also you have access to 6 months for Calendly Premium. And first place, dun, 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 obviously, that's going to be Cultivate VI. So Cultivate VI is going to get 12-month subscription of Claude for Claude. You get access to Figma Professional. You also get $30,000 worth of web development services, Ask Me HR, and career consulting. So I have some vouchers here for you guys, for each members. This is, you get the team building, and you also have a individual session. They do resume writing, career, HR planning, training, all that good stuff. Yes, like I said, you get the team building as well. You also have a 30-second commercial that will be produced and provided by DeWinston Media. If y'all don't know him, that's the best. That's next level right there. So you have that, and then you also have domain registration. So that's the prizes. I think that's it.
Yeah, in closing, again, I'd just like to say thank you to Anthony Hill and the Gryselda Lois Foundation for partnering with EDA and making this happen. There will be another cohort going on in the very near future, so encourage your friends to participate in that cohort. But again, I'd like to just say congratulations to all the graduates. I think all of the sites that were created can serve the community here well. And as I indicated, we're hoping that we can grow agriculture, but also grow our community in this territory and expose our community to more tech services and more tech solutions. So I sat on a panel yesterday on the workforce in reference to technology and the use of technology. And I think it's a great way to move the territory forward. Because of our population size, in many instances, we can achieve economies of scale, but if we look globally and we use technology to look globally, then I think we have the opportunities to actually really enter the global market and look at economies of scale. And part of one of the programs we do is we're working also in reference to helping our vendors basically showcase their products in various areas. This summer they went down to Trinidad and Tobago. They've been to New York, a variety of different places where we've taken vendors trying to increase exports from the territory. And now with the technology solutions that you guys are creating, I think it'll create a base where people will be able to get VA products here from the territory. So again, congratulations and thank you for participating. And thank you all the additional individuals who supported these individuals and made this happen. I think you can see that the time that they spent in this class was well worth them going to class, and I appreciate the assistance that you provided to them also. So again, thank you. Congratulations.